Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Welcome to Arabic 101. We are on class 45 of Arabic course book 1. And we are still in the middle of chapter 17. Is that correct? All right, chapter of 17. I gave you guys homework. Alhamdulillah, you guys did well in that. Moving on. There we go. We finished with exercise 2. That was your homework. So now exercise 3 is what we will be doing together. Exercise 3, page 98. ضع في الأماكن الخالية فيما يلي أخبارا مناسبة. Place in the following spaces, the empty spaces, in that which follows. Khabar or akhbar. What's the difference? That's right. Khabar is singular and akhbar is plural. Munasiba. So number 1, they say al-baytu. Now you have to bring a khabar, right, to describe this bayt. Similar to what we did before, we can just bring anything to describe bayt. What can you see about bayt? Well, just this one. So you'd say al-baytu jadidun. Very good. Number 2, an-nujumu. An-nujumu ba'idun or ba'idatun? Ba'idatun, because nujum is plural. So therefore, when you describe it, you got to describe it in singular feminine. So you say the nujum, the stars. Ba'idun is for masculine. Ba'idatun is the one we need. Feminine single. An-nujumu ba'ida. All right, let's take some more words. Al-babu. All right. Mughlaq means closed. And maftuh means open. So al-an, now. Al-babu maftuhun or mughlaqun? Maftuhun, meaning it's open. Door's open. What if I said al-babu mughlaqatun? Is babu plural?
The door. No.
The door is correct, right? But the way I described it being closed is mughlaqah or mughlaqatun, and that's only used for plural. Plural of, غير عاقل. Al-qalamu. Al-qalamu maksurun. That'll work, right? Al-buyutu. Buyutun.
Houses.
Yeah. How about if I say al-buyutu? What's the meaning of wasi'un? You guys love? Huh? Wasi'un. Yeah, spacious, vast. Yeah, big. Not like kabir, right? Kabir is just simply like how you say big. When you say wasi', it's like vast, spacious, right? So we have the word al-buyutu. Do I say wasi'un or do I say wasi'atun? That's right, it has to be wasi'atun. Are you guys catching on to this now? You know, this is, we're repeating it so that it sinks in and we don't have to teach it again. طيب. واسعة. Anything that's غير عاقل, like let's say غرفة, right? Yeah. غرفة واسعة, singular. The room is spacious. It could be used for singular female, or if there's something plural,
So, غرفتun is a singular.
It's singular, and you're gonna
Feminine.
yeah.
And this is singular feminine too.
This is singular feminine, and it's also plural غير عاقل.
Yes.
Yeah. So it'll be both. Next word, al-abwabu. What's abwab? Doors. Huh? Yeah, the doors. So we can say the doors are Let's say they're tall doors. طويلة. الأبواب طويلة. Right? السيارات.
Cars.
What can we use for سيارات? You know. Yeah, that's true. But what's a real thing that you might come across? Let's say you come across, like we said earlier, clean cars. How do you say clean cars? You guys know, don't you? Especially those guys need to know. نظيفة. السيارات نظيفة. نظيف, right? Like this is a thobe. ثوب نظيف. It's one. If you got a plural of something, then it's going to be in the feminine singular. Right? What if they're dirty cars? Wasikhun is correct, but you have sayaratun. So what are you going to put at the end of that? Wasikhun. The ta. Wasikhatun. Sayaratun wasikhatun.
We'll use that for next word. Al-Mindilu.
You were going to use it? Al-Mindilu. Yeah, or the handkerchief. What can we use for mindil? Yeah, the handkerchiefs are new. That's right, jadidatun. Yeah. You would say al-mindilu. I'm sorry, is it mindil or manadil? Mindil is one then. Yeah, mindil is one. Al-mindilu jadidatun. I'm sorry, jadidun. Yeah. Al-mindilu jadidun. Al-mindilu jadidun. Because mindil is masculine, so the description is masculine. Or khabar in this case. All right, only three more. Fanadiqu.
What else?
And it doesn't take tanween.
Al-fanadiqu, right?
Yeah, not fanadiqun, right?
Because there's al anyways.
It's gonna get it because of the L, no tanween, and also it doesn't take the tanween. All right? Anything on this scale, I hope this doesn't smear because these are really poor erasers. Okay, good. Okay. So they have something called scale, right? And that means that there are words that follow the same harakat, right?
What do you mean by same?
Like, for example, look at this. I'm going to write this word, and you're going to be able to read it without me putting any harakat on there. How'd you know it was a fatha here?
Because alif there, that's why?
Because it follows this scale. A lot of time, whenever it's like this, these first three letters are like there's a meme and then there's an alif shortly after. Masajidu. Look at the word fanadiqu. Right? How do you know this is not fi? It's following this scale. Even the meme is not being used, but it's still based closely on this scale of mafa'il. Fanadiqu.
What's going to be a plural for the misal?
For the what?
Misal. Like
Oh, we did amthila. Remember amthila? Yeah. So you have things that are on this scale, and if they are like that, they do not accept tanween.
So mafa'ilu, is that mean scale?
Mafa'il? No. What the scale is called is wazn. Right? They call that wazn. Waznun. And the plural. Ozan. All right. And that's just like extra thing. You guys don't really need to.
Is this like writing rule or?
This? I mean, this is just so you know if you put a tanween or not.
No, what is the reason? Is it like writing rule or common or what?
No, there's reason. You remember how we took mamnu' min as-sarf before? So there's other conditions for something to be mamnu' min as-sarf. Mamnu' min as-sarf means it doesn't accept tanween, and it also doesn't accept kasra. You guys remember that?
Yeah.
Like the name Umar, like the name Jibreel or Ibrahim, doesn't accept tanween. Huh? So so in order for a word to fall under mamnu' min as-sarf, there's a couple of conditions that need to be made. There's always at least two conditions that have to be made. So for example, some words will be that they resemble verbs, and because they resemble verbs, they say, all right, no tanween for you. All right? Some words, the feminine names, that's one of the conditions that stops them from being able to accept tanween. So this falls into it with two reasons, and now's not the time to go into those reasons. الطلاب, right. مجتهدون. Does that work?
Yes. If we use
Oh, we do فنادق? Okay, let's do فنادق. فنادق, small. Small. صغيرة. الفنادق صغيرة. How about cheap?
What is the phonetic?
No, cheap one doesn't work. رخيصة does. الفنادق رخيصة. All right? Let's take الطلاب. Is it a plural of them? What did you... Shab, you said? Shababun, for plural of, you want to say like young? Shababun. Yeah. الطلاب شباب. Students are young. No, شباب. ضمتين. Shabab is plural. Shab is singular.
Shabab means young?
Means young. Yeah. Shab is singular and shabab is plural.
Ana shabab.
Well, if it's just you, ana shab.
Ana shab.
Yeah. قمصان. قمصان. So you have قميص and قمصان. القمصان. How about جميلة? What's قميص? نظيفة. Yeah. قميص is one, one shirt. هاتي جمع الكلمات الآتية. This is easy. We're not even going to take this because how easy it is. Actually, there's a lot of words we're taking them. I saw there's more on the other side. All right, going through the lines. Let me just surprise people.
What are we supposed to do though?
You're just going to give me the plural of that word? Yeah. Abdul Shakur. طائرة. طائرة. It's random. Everything's random. The words are random. It's on the next page at the top. What's طائرة and what's its plural?
Airplane.
You're correct. And whenever you see something that ends with that ta, that's right. You know to just add alif ta at the end. All right? طائرة. It's really easy now to make this plural. طائرة. Very easy. No, that's for طائر. That's right. Feminine needs this kind of plural.
So whenever there's a file, just put alif in that.
That's it. It's more like you just shift this one and open it. And then you just add an alif. All right. Salad. Bahrun. What's bahrun? Yeah, sea. A sea. And now the plural. Biharun. Very good. Biharun.
Bahrun and Biharun, same way writing.
Yeah, but the harakat are... Oh, no, there's an alif there.
Bihar.
Bihar. Yes. Darajatun.
Darajatun.
What does it mean in the plural?
It's bicycle, isn't it?
That's right.
Darajatun.
See what we did here?
Darajatun.
No? More emphasis on the ra.
Let me solve that. Where is it?
It's on that page, the left one.
Darajatun.
Darra.
Darajatun.
Darajatun. You know. Give me kalbun. Kilabun. That's right. Just need to come off the top of your head, right, Ismail? Just show us how to do for Jabal. Oh, see? Jibalun. What does it mean? Huh? What does yours mean?
Dogs.
That's right. So mountains, Jibal, dogs for Kilab. Very easy. And Muhammad Imtiaz is going to tell us what Sarirun is. You know it. You don't even need to look. What's Sarir?
Where is it? I have Sayyar.
It doesn't even matter. Wherever it is. You have it in your head.
Sarirun. Sayyidatun.
Okay, when you go to sleep, what is a Sarir?
Bed.
Bed, right? And what's the plural of it?
Sayyidatun. Sayyidat.
Sururun. مرفوعة سرر مرفوعة وأكواب موضوعة ونمارق مصفوفة. It's in the Quran, man. That's why these words are here. معلم. نجم. نجوم and the meaning? Good. Firia. Give me. I gotta get him a good one. You remember Nahrun? Nahrun. Jannatun tajri. If you can read the rest of that, you'll know the plural, and that should tell you the meaning. That's right.
It's good.
Anhar. And what is the meaning now? The ayah should tell you. Jannatun tajri min tahtiha al-anhar. You heard this. It says gardens in which rivers flow. And having a sentence or a verse or something to help you remember the meaning, that's what it's there for. I mean, not that's why the verse is there, but that'll help you remember when you do that. Very good. Mustafa. Baytun. Buyutun. That's too easy for you, I knew it. Ja'far. Give me Himarun. Humurun. Is there another one? No, we just did Himar. That's it. Hamirun. So we have Humur and Hamir for Himar. What's Himar mean? Donkey. All right. Some of the other words we have are pretty easy. Qamisun. You gave me already. Qumsan. Yes. I know Sayyid hasn't gone. Yeah, give me the one for Haqlun. Huqul. Huqulun. Haqlun, huqul. Field. Remember, somebody gave us a good example of it. He used it in a sentence yesterday. Was it you? Yeah. All right. We got more things on the next page, inshallah. Oh, Dars al-Thamin Ashar. Brand new lesson, and we got time still. Who did not answer? Who else? Okay, you guys are reading.
These all new stuff.
You guys are going to read. I'm going to read first, and then I'm going to give you guys a chance to read. We'll read a few lines. And what we're going to take, actually, I want to write this on the board. We're going to take a few new things. You're right. We are going to learn what is the meaning of kem, its usage, right? Kem means how much or how many. It could mean how many. And the word that comes after it usually is going to be singular and is going to be mansoob. This is one of the first times we're going to take mansoob. Remember, we've taken marfu', right? What does that mean? When something ends with a dhammatain or ends with a dhamma, we call it marfu'. What is it when we call it, or when they end with kasratain? We call that majroor, right? And now, if it ends with fathatain, what is it going to be called? Mansoob. Like ahlan wa sahlan.
Let me write it down.
Okay.
Marfu.
مرفوع مجرور منصوب. All done? I'm sick of this one, man. All right. The word that comes after it is usually in the singular form, and it is mansoob. So one of the first things they have is kam akhan,
Brother.
right? And they say laka, right? Ya Muhammad. All right.
So it's singular and what?
It'll be singular and mansoob. Because there's different versions of kem. That's why. It was written the exact same, but there's different versions. And sometimes that'll have an effect on what comes after. All right. So now look at this. Kem akhan laka ya Muhammadu. So technically this word akh, is it plural or singular? Singular. But when I'm describing this to him, Kem akhan, I'm going to say how many brothers. I didn't say kem ikhwa. I said akhan. Does that make sense? Okay, so you're going to use the singular form for now. And this, we said it's mansoob, right? That's just telling us what the harakat on it are. But the actual thing that it's called is tamyiz. Tamyiz.
What is this again?
Tamyiz. I'll explain it. Write this down.
No.
It's not tamiz like the bread. Because I know there's a bread from where? Afghanistan? Tamiz?
Full time.
That's right. That's not what this is. This is tamyiz. 2 E's.
Actually, Hindi Tamis means respectful.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, good. Well, you know, the reason why tamyiz, it means like distinguish, right? That's literally what it means. Like mayyaza, if I was just to start from here, mayyaza means like to distinguish. And that's actually what it does in the sentence. This part, this tamyiz in the sentence, right, is there to tell us, when I say, how many do you have? How many what? You have to give me the tamyiz so I know what you're talking about. Unless we have something that we were talking about before, but I can't just walk up to somebody and say, how many do you have? How many what? How many brothers do you have? That's what the job of tamyiz is. When it comes in a sentence like that, it's there to describe what is unknown. Tamyiz comes to describe what's unknown in the sentence.
It's going to be noun always, right?
Yeah.
So without the tamyiz, you would just say kam laka.
That makes no sense.
No, I mean if you already know what you're talking about, you say kam laka.
Yeah, like if we're talking and I'm saying, oh, I got 4 brothers, and then I just said to you, wa anta kam laka.
So you said it can always be noun only?
Yeah, it's going to be a noun. Tamyiz is going to be a noun. Meaning ism.
You eat,
Huh?
like how much you eat?
You can, it's not that that's what's going to come exactly after kem. We're talking about tamyiz needs to be a noun. But something can come differently after kem. But even if this akh was to come over here, it would still be the tamyiz even though it's over here. Does that make sense? Because if you swapped, swapped kem and lek, akh and leka, the sentence would be the same. You would say kem leka akhan is still tamyiz over here now.
So you can
Right?
use both of them, right?
You can do both, but it doesn't mean that I put leka here, that leka becomes the tamyiz. The akh is still the tamyiz over here. So that's why, if you're wondering, like, what caused it to be a fathatain? Because it's the tamyiz. Understood? And that alif is added to support the tanween. Because normally,
If you're speaking with someone, do you have to use the tanween also?
if you're speaking to somebody who's fluent in classical Arabic, then they know to use it. We need to pause this. All right, so now we understood kem. It means how many? Akhan, brothers, for you, O Muhammad. And that's the literal translation. But you can just say, how many brothers do you have?
But it's brother.
It's actually brother, singular, but because it came with this tamyiz, it's going to mean the plural.
Is there any way we can differentiate when it is brother or when it is brother?
Yeah, I mean, it'll be, like I said, usually it's the singular form that comes here, right? It's the singular form that comes as tamyiz. All right? And don't fixate too much on tamyiz because there's a lot of rules to it.
Something is joining Khan,
Huh?
something is joining.
Akhan? That's fathatain. That's what you're talking about? What are you asking?
Like ask like how many books, like plural books, kitaba.
Then you use the singular form. Say kem kitaban. Right? You're going to always use a singular form. All right. Let's read this first sentence. الدرس الثامن عشر. We're beginning number 18. We're going to go for 10 more minutes then stop. كم أخا لك يا محمد. How many brothers do you have, O Muhammad? لي أخ واحد. I have one brother. وكم أختا لك. How many sisters do you have? لي أختان. This is also new. We finally get to learn about something called muthanna.
I was waiting for this.
You like it?
No, I don't.
It's good.
I don't know why y'all have that. I really don't figure it out yet.
This is unique. Dual and, you don't have to say a couple, a pair. It's just going to end with ani at the end.
Always?
Yes, or ani.
Don't say yes because there's a lot of...
It's always, if it's plural, it'll either be alif noon or ya noon. That's mostly a guarantee. Because there's times where the noons disappear. Oh, well, at least this noon, this one will go away. I mean, this one will stay, right? Anyways, muthanna means dual, two. And, I need to erase this. You can add it to any noun. So you have rajul, right? What's the meaning of rajul? How do I want to say there's two men? That's plural. You're just going to add alif noon. So here's the alif, right? And here's the noon. Rajulani. That's it. And it's never going to be rajulanu. It's never going to be rajulana. It's always rajulani. Yes. So if you had to count, here's one. Rajulun, rajulani, and rijal. You're done.
Can we
So
use both?
Rajulani is only for two.
This is only for two.
Can we say rajulani and rajulaini?
Rajulaini, see this part right here? Yeah, but there's a reason why it'll turn into rajulaini. And we're not going into that reason now. Whenever it's mansub or majroor, it'll become rajulaini. But if it's marfu', meaning it's supposed to end with a dhamma, as you can tell, it doesn't accept dhamma. So how do we identify when it's marfu' or majroor or mansub? And that's whenever you see that alif is present or that ya is present. Instead of the haraka, now it's the letters. So we're not going to delve into it because it'll come up later. Just for now, we need to learn to add alif and noon.
What is this? Masni?
Muthan.
Musanni?
Muthanna.
So if we use Ali, we don't use why.
This aini, you're not going to use that. All right. Now let's look at this. What's the word in the sentence? Ukhtun. So you take the singular form and you add alif and noon, and what do you get? Ukhtani. Ukhtani. All right, so he says, Li ukhtani. Kam ajalatan lid-darrajati ya hamidu. What is the meaning of ajala? Normally, when you say that, it does mean in a hurry, right? But right here, he's talking about the bike. And he's saying, how many wheels does the bike have? Darraja is the bike.
Yeah, but we know even. So ajala means is also
Wheels. No, ajala means wheels. So how many wheels does the bike have? And then he answered laha. He didn't say lahu, he said laha because darraja. Yeah, it has ajala tani. See how he just used that so fast? You don't even know. You're daydreaming. He's coming up with some Arabic stuff.
What do you say?
Just kidding. He answered laha ajalatani. He answered before I even gave it, but nobody was paying attention. MashaAllah. Don't worry. You see all the water over there? We'll make wudu, fill it up, and we'll throw all the water on you.
So ajalata means
Ajalatani.
Ajalata means wheel.
Ajalatun means wheel. Ajalatun is plural. And ajalatani is what?
How do
Two.
you jump from a sister and then on the wheel, though?
We're just going through some simple words that we already know, and they include a little bit more.
I thought it was a dialogue.
No. كم عيدا في السنة يا زكريا? So, how many holidays or Eid celebrations? في السنة. Sana is a year. Sana, sanatun. How many holidays are there in the year? O Zakaria. All right? So now we only have 4 minutes. And the guys that didn't get to read, I want them to read and mark where we stopped here. Mark it right there. We're going to stop there because we took a lot of words. And I need those guys to read so everyone participated. And then we'll continue next week. Abdul Majid, start from the top. Yes. The one I already read. I want you to reread it. Kam.
Kam
Akhan.
laka ya Muhammad.
That's right. Kam akhan laka ya Muhammadu. Very good. Did you just leave? I was going to have him read. He read? Okay. Who didn't read? I remember there's... Oh, Mudaffar. Okay, I knew there was somebody here. Both of you guys then.
لي أخ واحد.
Good. Li akhun wahidun.
وكم
No, not kum. Kam.
وكم أختنا
Ukhtan.
وكم أختا لك.
All right. Listen up. No, let me write this down. No, slow down. You're supposed to only read one sentence, by the way. I know you want to upstage Ismail. Man. Kam and kum. What's the difference? Kam is to say how many. Kum is going to be what we add to the end of a noun, right? To say you all. But if you use it as a noun for an object, هذا كم. This is a kum. Sleeve.
Do we need to know this?
Sleeve?
Yeah.
If you keep reading kum, yes. If you go to the store and you say kum, he's going to show you his sleeves. You want to know how much? You want to say kem. Right? All right. So this is why it helps. Like if you see them side by side, How many? Kam. Kum is a sleeve or the pronoun. All right. One more. Amir. Good reading, Mudaffar.
كم أكلات
Aja.
أجلات
للدراجة.
للدراجة
No, للدراجة because of the li.
للدراجة يا حامد.
He read it actually. He was plowing through sentences at fast speed. So when you say ajala, make sure you don't add an alif at the end. Ajalatun or ajalatan. If you say ajalatan, then it automatically becomes plural. So kam ajalatan للدراجة ya hamidu. How many wheels does the bike have, O Hamid? All right. Laha. Okay, yeah. Laha
أجلان
ajalatani. All right, Mudaffar. Actually, Abdul Majid. No, Abdul Majid. I just remember you read 3 lines. Sorry, brother.
كم إيدا في السنة
في السنة.
في السنة يا زكريا.
All right. How many holidays are in the year, O Zakaria? And we're going to go ahead and stop there. Homework is to review that thing that we just read, and don't let the dhama'ir and everything catch up on you guys. All right? Assalamu alaikum.